Hello and welcome back to your math course. Today we're just going to think about systems of equations and how we can use some other tools to help us. Specifically, we're going to be using a graphing calculator. And we're going to complete, just so we can practice, this solving systems of equations from slope-intercept form using a system. So the first thing that's important here is we are going to complete this maze, but I want to show you this page ahead. The first part of your assignment does have student directions. So if you get confused, this is a good place to go back. Because what happens here is as we work through, you're going to start in the start box right here. We're going to take this system, we're going to put this information into Desmos, and then when we find our answer, we're going to mark our answer as we go through. So these are just text boxes really, or shapes. And so you're going to go ahead and we can mark them as we work through. And here I'll show you. So here's our first set of equations. We have y equals 3x minus 5. Now in your module you have the link to this calculator. So it's going to take you to here. And I'm going to see how I clicked this button here where it has a 1 over here? All I did was click and a little box popped up. And so that said y equals 3x minus 5. Voila! As I finish typing in that equation, you see I have a line. Well, systems have to have 2. So I'm going to go back and say, okay, what's my second equation is y equals negative 6x plus 4. Okay, I'm going to just underneath that, I just clicked and I get another box. So y equals negative 6x plus 4. You notice this one will be in a different color. It might not be red and blue, but it will be in a different color. And now I have 2 lines on my graph. A couple of important things when you're graphing is, as you see here, I'm just kind of zooming in and out so I can see a little closer. And I can get here. Look, I click right there and it'll even help me. Oh, that's 1, negative 2. I know my solution. If by chance, for whatever reason, you get completely off with your zooming in and out and you're like, oh my goodness, where am I at? On the right hand side, you have some tools. There's a little home. If you hit that little house, it'll just take you back out and then you can zoom in again. So again, I can see it here when I click. I can also zoom in. I can zoom out by scrolling. Or if I get confused, I can go back to reset. So 1, negative 2. Let's go back to our assignment here. 1, negative 2. So I look, 1, negative 2 is this option. So I'm going to click it. And then I'm just going to fill in the color. So I'm going to come up here to fill color. I don't care which color. This one I'm using orange. And you do not have to fill in the box. If you would like to, you can go back and fill this in as well. Or you can just do the arrows. Either way is fine. And you'll work your way all the way through the maze. So the next one you would come to is here. You would type in both of these equations into Desmos. Now, you want to clear these out each time. You don't want a bunch of different ones. You'll have a hard time finding them. So go ahead and after each one, X out so it's empty, and then start again. And put your next 2 equations in. You will notice there's also a third slide. In this slide, you've been given 3 graphs. And you have 3 options. You'll need to take your options and slide them wherever you believe those would go. So this is just a drag and drop. These 3 boxes will move and you will put them over the top of drag your solution here. So today's practice is about using a graphing calculator. We're going to use that to navigate through this maze, and then you're going to do a quick drag and drop about solution types.